Namaste and welcome back to the part 2 of the video, wherein we are talking about how to become a really influential speaker of English. Hi. So let us get back and understand how does a normal person becomes an influential speaker of English. So let's dive into it and understand the leftover points. Now the next point that I come across that we've actually been talking about is the entire idea that you have to speak in English. Okay, you have to speak in English. To be a good speaker in English, the first thing that you need to realize, and that's like a part of law of attraction, I'd say, do not put it on a pedestal. Do not put English speakers on a pedestal. Detach from the entire idea of thinking that speaking in English is the best thing ever. Okay. Now, whenever you need something, law of attraction says that when you really want to attract something into your life, whatever it may be, you need to detach from it. Like you do want it, but you don't need to be in the wanting or seeking kind of a premise. Okay. What I mean to say is, let's imagine as a human being, okay, you are a person A. Would you like to go to a person who does not like you at all? No. Would you like to go to a person who wants you too much? Oh my God, you're so good. Let me tell you, if you are like me, and I'm sure you are like me because all of us are similar in this aspect, I really am not comfortable with people who dislike me. I would rather keep my minimum, conversation on. And even those people who are too crazy about me, I would rather maintain distance from them. That's a normal human psychology, and that's normally the psychology. So do not put speaking in English on a pedestal. Okay. There are some people I've already seen, literally seen. I've had people asking me, why would you speak in English? You are an Indian. Hindi is, our mother tongue. Let me tell you, I got a 92% in class 10th in Hindi. Yeah, that's how I generally begin my speech when I talk about English. But today I resisted. So I know my Matribhasha very well. Please, I know my Matribhasha much better than you. But English is a language through which I can reach more people who do not know Hindi as well. Okay. And, when we talk about languages, then languages are, we call them as mothers. You cannot compare mothers. So you cannot be disliking it, and you cannot also be in the frequency of putting it on a pedestal. Just think that this is a fact and I need to be able to do that. Okay. So do not put it on a pedestal. And when you are trying to be a speaker, that it's a natural thing which will eventually happen. Okay. You just need to practice. So coming back to practice, how do you get into the practicing of English? How does a child learn any language? Like my son, he grew up with me, so he knows how to speak both English and Hindi because that was the language I was speaking. Everyone, you also, are speaking the language that your parents were speaking when you were a kid. That was your language of acquisition. Listening is a very important component. What you listen, which language you listen is the only language that you can speak. If you never listen to that language, you will never be able to speak. So what does it say? That you should be listening to English more often. That is the answer. Listen to English more often. Now you'll say, Arunima, I don't have anyone who speaks in English in my house. Do you have a mobile phone through which you can listen to me? If you can listen to me through the mobile phone, frankly, there are many English videos out there that you can listen to. And the fact that, there are so many series, there's news in English. Surround yourself with this language. In the beginning, I always tell people, do not start with a negative affirmation like saying that I can't understand English. It's nothing about understanding a language. It's understanding the vibration of what is being said to you. So the fact that stop saying I can't understand, stop saying I can't speak. Start listening to that language. Once you surround yourself with that language, you will be able to understand it. Give it time. Because the brain, the conscious mind has this entire technique of putting a roadblock, like a block, no, can't. So if you can't, then it will never happen. So stop saying that and, move on with listening to more English. When you would be listening to it a lot, then you can start conversing in that language. How would you converse in that language? I told you how to practice. You can record audios, you can record videos, you can look at yourself and then, be sure whether I can go into the public or not. And I've always said from the beginning till the end, I would say there is no shortcut to success. So do not, think that I'm going to give you something in one day you can do it, run over the flight and be the winner. No, it takes time. So please do the real preparation. Surround yourself with English speaking videos, English speaking people if possible, and start speaking it, start practicing it. So that small thing is the solution to the so-called big problem of not being capable of speaking in English. Also the fact when I tell you that detach from the entire idea that English speaking people are the only people who are making an impact. No. Please know that there are so many people who are making an impact but despite having a bad English or not speaking in that language at all. So frankly, when, you understand that, it's just a quality and you stop judging it as good or bad, then you might as well be, a person who has that quality, right? Moving on to the next thing, which is very important. I don't know why people don't talk about is time. Time and comprehension. I would add comprehension here because time and comprehension will go together. Sometimes I've seen some people trying to, speak so many things. Like you're given a 3-minute time and then you are rushing through the speech. Don't do that. Okay, let it be like, if I tell you that, if I tell my kids, not you, if I tell my kids that for the next 3 days, I'm not going to cook food. Today only you eat for all the 3 days. That's not possible. So please keep check of the kind of the level of content or the amount of content that you're giving in a certain period of time. You can come back to this video and listen to this again. But when it is like one-on-one, like live, people may not be able to understand. So please keep check of the amount and the quality of the content that you are giving. Okay. It should be digestible. Okay. You should be, the audience should be able to understand it. That is very important. Okay. Then about time, when we are talking about time, one very, very, very important quotation that runs into my mind right now is, a good speaker is a person who knows when to shut up. Yeah, a good speaker is actually a person who knows when to shut up, because it's always better, like when I get down from the stage and someone says, I really wanted to hear more of you. That's such a great compliment. Instead of, getting down and people even before think, oh my God, when is she going to end? Oh my God. I remember on an international stage, which was in India, an event, there was this lady right before me, 18 minutes of time given to her and she goes on till 22 minutes. People already were suffering from the 16th minute. She went on for 22nd minute. And obviously they were waiting for the next speaker. And I finished off in 13, 14 minutes. And I felt very proud of myself, thank God. So please keep track of time. Don't become boring. That's what I wanted to say. And, the final thing that, I want to really talk about is something that has not been addressed enough. To be a really influential speaker in any language, what you require most is focus. Yes, focus. Why do I say so? And again, this reminds me of one of the speeches I was giving in one such place. And there were people, coming from different nations. And when I was speaking, I was also able to quote something that was written across on, a random poster in the hall. That came from the fact that I had absolute peace and focus with myself. I was not bothered with the content, in the sense that, oh my God, I have to speak this also, I have to speak this. When you have a focus, calmed down mind, you will be able to remember everything at the right time. Yes. And when you have a stressed mind, sometimes we fear, a part of our fears are also stress. So when there is no stress, guess what? Then you are in an absolutely chillax state. Just the way you would talk to your child is the way you would talk to thousands of people in front of you. How can focus be built? And you know, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that the solution of focus for me is always yoga, okay, yogic practices and meditation. You have no idea what these two big magical things are. Because a lot of people I've heard, they stop after some people stop after second day only. But a lot of people who've got influence, oh yes, Arunima, I'm going to do that. After 7 days, they said, I'm having so much of pain. Either you are stretching too much, okay, and trying to attain the best on the first day, or you are giving up too easily. Do not give up too easily. Do not give up on yourself so easily. If you really want to make a change, you will have to change your habits yourself. So maintain focus, and focus can not just make you into a brilliant and effective and influential speaker. Focus can frankly get you anywhere you want. That's it for today. If there are any questions, please do ask. And if there are any suggestions on the kind of videos that you want to make, you can also put in the comments here. Because I've received, a lot of requests on my Messenger and my Instagram DM. Please do connect to me here. It would really boost my confidence further, and it would really give me that courage. Because every morning I'm getting up to let's make this video today. And it really matters of what the audience thinks, speaks. When you like my video, it really creates a huge impact in my life. And if you find value in it, please do share, and please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Signing off, Arunima.